that doesn't help. Does it help?
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
How are you?
I am doing amazing. How are you? Ooh.
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. So, let me introduce the beautiful, the one and only Forever Inesha. She agreed to come on here and give a girl some airtime, and I so appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. You asked me to come and do 10 questions with you, and I can't think of anybody else that I would rather be interviewed by right now. So,
Oh, you
what's
so
up,
sweet.
QST?
Hey, I'm good. I'm good. Okay, we're gonna dive right into this because I know you're a busy woman, and like I want to say again, thank you for coming out and doing this with me. Mud, can you share me out, please? Hi, Looney. Hi, everybody in the chat. The link is for Anisha only. We're gonna get through these 10 questions. We're gonna have a good time, and we're gonna see what the sister been up to. Okay, you ready, Miss Lady?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay, so post YouTube. What have you been up to? Like, what is some of your great? Without, of course, without telling too much, let us know what you've been up to. What you've been doing.
So, post YouTube, I have successfully published a poetry anthology or a just a collection of some poetry that I've done over the years. I have done spoken word out and about at a couple of different venues. I have done some acting work on several different projects. I have two projects that'll be coming out next year, and I guess later on in the questions we can talk a little more about that. And just working as much as I can. I've done some music. I'm actually getting ready to get back into the studio 2023 as well, looking to perfect some of the songs that I have, do some new songs. So yeah, just kind of all over the place.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, you did have them vocals, girl.
Yeah, I
You
still do
had
a little some on the side, just a little some on the side.
right. So when you were on YouTube, you had a successful show that took up a lot of time. So once the show kind of, when what you guys went, you guys started doing your own thing. How much time were you able to invest in your stuff once you got out of YouTube?
Once I got out of YouTube, I really tried to put as much time into my kids as possible.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube probably took more time away from me being able to be refreshed and renewed because I was putting so much energy into it. It was
Mm-hmm.
really draining at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I own business and my children are a part of that business. So I really had a lot of time to develop my personal business, which is Captivated Custom Creations. I had a lot of time to put into school because I was in school for communications. I have since put that on pause. I am going to go back, but I don't know if it's going to be in 2023 or not, but I am going to go back and complete my degree. So I ended up with a lot of time, but it still was a lot to do. So I
Mm-hmm.
still had to use my time management skills and really balance out my life because there was so much more that needs to be done. And still now.
Right. You definitely a woman on the move, and you definitely got your eye on the prize, and you're moving forward. You're moving towards that, and I like that.
Absolutely.
So the last time, well, not the last time, but maybe about a year or two ago, your son was giving me pointers on the stock market, and I was like, this guy is smart. So, um, tell us about all your kids are smart. I try to support them, and every time you have something, I try my best to be there to support you. But tell us about the one that just entered college, if you don't mind.
So it's not actually college,
Mm-hmm.
but it is the college equivalent. So
Okay.
he is now attending Illinois Math and STEM Academy, IMSA. It is not a Chicago public school, but it is considered a public high school. It's the second best high school in the entire country. It is the
Wow.
public school in the state. They have the number one teachers in the state. The children have a 99% bachelor's degree rate. So 99% of the children that graduate from that school end up with at least a bachelor's degree. All of the teachers have master's degrees. It is a truly, truly amazing school. He is still doing amazing, still getting straight A's. I think he has his first B like on his record, and he's not mad about it. So it's okay, you know, but he's doing an amazing job. It's an amazing school. He's making some amazing friends and memories, and I couldn't be happier for him.
I'm so glad he's in that space where like you said, everybody has got degrees and they're moving. He's around positive people and it rubs off. You have to be careful about the people you hang with because they going down the wrong path. You may not be, but it still may rub off. So I'm glad he's in a place and that's going to really excel because he is very. I mean, all your kids are smart. They are. They are truly.
Second language right now, so he's learning Mandarin, and his roommates speak fluent Mandarin. So,
so he's staying on the college dorm. I mean, he's staying on
is on campus. It is residential learning. I see Mutmut says to make school is accredited, but this is a high school. It's not a college. So what happens is, or what this school in particular does, is all of the classes are AP accredited. All of them, every class from sophomore up, every class that they take is AP accredited. So at the end of each semester or at the end of the school year, they have the option to test out for that AP credit to get that college credit for when they leave. But it is an option.
Okay.
And one of the most is that it was the kids. Even when we went on tour, when we went to the tour, it was 7 p.m. and there were still kids in the library. Really? And it is, like you said, it's important for you to be aware of who you hanging out with and who you surround yourself with, who you study with, who like. All of that is extremely important in this developmental phase. But being that IMSA is a school for nerds, by nerds, taught by nerds, I'm happier that this is the school that he ended up going to. I could not be happier.
Wow. I'm so proud of him and all of you guys over there. So I remember seeing like a little clip. Are you trying to get into the movie thing? I see you like got all dressed up with your bustier on and you went out and shot somebody in the movie. I'm like, what is this?
So it was a short. Mm-hmm. The director, writer, producer is Will Adams. He's pretty well known in the Chicago area. But he's not the only person that I've worked with. So I'm also working with Ballard Kane Studios. I've also worked with TP2 Productions, and I am still in the process of auditioning for several other things and a few other plays that should be traveling. Actually, TP2 will be traveling through 2023. So there are a couple of destinations that I'm going to get to pop out to. But in my position within TP2 is actually as a director. I'm a backstage director. So I'm again doing a lot of stuff, wearing a lot of hats, and I'm definitely getting into film, definitely getting into television, but not just in the form of acting. I love writing, so I do a lot of proofreading and editing and writing. I'm working with Safe House Films. I do a lot of editing for them right now. I just got picked up for that. So writing, editing, producing, directing, acting, all of it. I am extremely talented in a multitude of ways, and I am looking to capitalize on every gift that God has given me in any manner that I can do so.
Right. So do you believe in having stepping stones to get you to the next level? And if so, what part of YouTube you think played it? Was that a stepping stone for you?
Absolutely, YouTube was a stepping stone. Absolutely. Number one, YouTube gave me a really good glimpse into my personal talent. I was not interested in being the face of the production. And, I be joking and playing and having fun, but I really be funny. Like, I'm really funny. So it really kind of helped me solidify my talent within myself. But YouTube also showed me that the better you are at what you do, the thicker your skin has to be. So I really had to tap into the reality of show business, which is that you're going to always have negativity. There's with every action comes an equal and opposite reaction. So if you seek to do good, you're going to get some backlash in a negative manner. You're going to. If you are good, you're going to get backlash in a negative manner. There's always going to be a balance to everything that's done. So you have to be prepared for people to not like you just because they don't like you. You don't necessarily have to do anything to them. You don't necessarily have to approach them negatively. You don't necessarily have to even know them, and they don't necessarily have to know you. A lot of times there's just that balance of energy in the universe, and YouTube taught me that there is no good deed that goes unpunished.
Right. And as a person, that's a lady that's older than you, I seen your YouTube journey and I seen how you took the good and the bad and you took it standing strong. You didn't let it break you. And I admire you for that because I used to get pissed off. I'm like, what the heck? And I was like, but I need she's holding it together. And I so admire that because you didn't let it get to you. And then when you left graciously, you really excelled. And I say you wasn't excelling then, but you really just like say, you know what, this is what I got to do. You know, YouTube showed me this, and I'm gone.
Exactly. It definitely it showed me a lot. I took a lot of tips. I got a lot of advice. I met some amazing people. But the space that I was in and the community that we were in at the time that I left, I really had to ask myself, what was I feeding my spirit and what was I feeding my soul, and how was this going to take me to the next level? What was my next level? Like, what did I see my next level being, and how was this going to get me there? So my step away from YouTube was more so to cultivate myself and to take what I already have and expound on it. I didn't need what YouTube was giving me at that time. Emotionally, mentally, none of that. Even though it wasn't bothering me, it was still stuff that needed to be addressed. And all of that was just energy that was not conducive to developing me as a person, as a mother, as a woman, as a wife, as anything. Like it was a self-serving situation, and I'm not in the business of being self-serving. When I got onto YouTube, it was to protect people and to help people and to bring light and shed light to situations that people didn't have any knowledge of. When I left YouTube, it was because my job was done.
Right. I hear you. Because after you, that's a good point because it spilled in over to some garbage, and you didn't stick around for that. You like you said, your job was done. I like that you said that. That's really important. I'm glad that I passed cross. Like I'm glad that I was able to meet you. When I first heard you sing, you remind me of my niece, and I was like, she sounds just like my name. Remember, I was trying to get y'all live. I'm telling you, I even got little mannerisms alike. I was like, oh my god, you know. So, are you currently writing songs? Are you still into the music, or is that just like it's just like blending in with everything else you're doing?
Definitely still doing music, definitely still writing songs. Music is a big part of who I am and a big part of my heart, but I'm not really seeking to be like a mainstream artist, if you will.
Right.
I'm more along the lines of shopping my music around and, seeing if anybody want to pick it up, use it, revamp it, reference track it, whatever, and going along that way. Songwriters make a whole lot of money and they do not have to be as visible. You have to work way too hard socially as a musician to keep your audience and to keep your fan base. And I'm not interested in that at this time.
Right.
But music is classic and it is never ending and it can reach through the masses for ages, decades, generations, all of that. So I'm going to continue to do music, and wherever God takes that is where God's going to take that.
I know I don't know if it's true or not, but on my personal Facebook page, it's a guy on there said he wrote Time After Time and he sold it for like $800, like way back then. That party was some money. And he said he never had no idea that song would blow up. You know what I'm saying? So like you said, you don't have to be like in it. You just need a few breaks. You can write good like that. And he was like, he wish he would have never sold it. Then again, he said, well, maybe that would have took him down the wrong path. Maybe it was meant for him to sell it.
Absolutely. I mean, look at The Dream. If you look at The Dream, The Dream actually wrote a lot of the music that's on Renaissance, the Beyonce album, the brand new album. Now he himself came out with one album, but The Dream has been writing for the likes of Rihanna and Beyonce for decades.
Mm-hmm.
So he was rich before he decided, let me see what I do for myself. Carrie Hilson, the same thing. One album dropped for her, but she's been writing for people for so long. Like, if you're looking for a more quiet and peaceful lifestyle, then writing is where you need to be. If you're looking for the fame, then then buy the song. Don't write the song, buy the song.
Right. I'm a in my spare time, I've been writing some short stories. So when I get a chance, I'm gonna send it over to you, so you can check me out. Tell me what you think.
Absolutely. And if you got some ideas on doing like plays and stuff, I know some playwrights and I know some people that do this, that do stage production, that put this stuff together, that really get into it, that I can shop your stuff around to.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely, most definitely. Okay, we only got a few more questions. This is one question I ask everybody. This is a question I ask everybody, and this you got to think about this. When you're ready,
I'm ready. Turn my camera back
Michael
on.
Jackson or Prince? Michael Jackson or Prince?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute now. Hold on, ma'am. Ma'am, is that a question or a setup? Because I feel attacked. I feel attacked right now. I feel attacked. I don't. This is a whole other
answer. It's no wrong answer.
I know, but it is. Choosing is the wrong answer. I love them both. Yeah. And I love them in their own right. I love them in their own way. Like Prince, talent unmatched, untouchable all the way around. Man plays 9 instruments. Man has over 400 songs in his that saved in his discography. Man's was a icon, a legend. And in the same breath, Michael was a writer, was a composer, was the entertainer. Like Prince could dance, but Prince wasn't moonwalking. You feel me? Like Prince wasn't out here skating on the floor and spinning in circles with the one shiny glove. So Michael had his own iconic behaviors, and because Mike also was not finna go get on stage in no assless chaps. Right. You know what Mike was not willing to do, Prince pushed the envelope on, and what Prince didn't hear and see, Mike presented to the world. I love them. I would never be able to choose.
I really think Michael changed the face of music. If you look at music videos and stuff before he came out, and then when he came out, and then to this day, you still see people doing his moves. And of course, I love Prince. You got to go to Paisley Park and do his museum. I did it after he passed. I went, and it was amazing. So I can't choose between the two anyway, but I just like to present that. I like to present that question. Okay. Okay. Black Rosebud. You guys still talk? What's up with you and Black?
Yes, Black is cool. Still my brother. Still have the utmost respect for him. I love his hustle. I completely support his hustle. I completely support his point of view, his political view. I may not always agree. In fact, I'm probably the loudest in disagreeing, but I have the utmost respect and love and honor for my brother. He is out here trying to do his thing. He got his page shut down, and he went and he is rebuilding and rebranding. And I fully support him 100% of the way. He definitely wanted to take me on track with him, but I was not willing to go down the red route. And that's just me personally. And he respected that as a man. And I appreciate him for respecting my decision and respecting my point of view. He's going to always be my brother. I'm going to always love him. I'm going to always support him. I'm going to always big him up. It's Black Team forever. Forever Black Team strong. Black Team forever strong.
I got the opportunity to kick it with Black off of YouTube. I went to his shows and stuff, and Black is really, really funny, but off screen, Black is really quiet. Like he's a gentleman. So a lot of people, they see the Black on the screen. I met both of them. I seen Black off screen and on screen. And like you said, I love his hustle. I call him the ghetto advocate because he's really out there helping the homeless. And I always support him. I mean, I just would shoot him stuff because he did a video one time when this lady was having her birthday party, Girl the Homeless, downtown, and she was fixing up her little tent and stuff, and she wanted a cake, and I shot him the money. I said, go buy that lady a cake. because Black does so much, and he does so much to the homeless down there, and he makes them feel human. When a lot of people
His,
walk by them and making sure they ain't touching them, and Black makes them feel he's right there with them, toe to toe, elbow to elbow, right there with them, and that says a
his
lot
heart
about his
is in the
character.
right place.
It really is. It really,
His
really
heart is
is.
definitely in the right place, and nobody could ever take that from him.
He's a cool dude. He's a very cool dude. So, just give me this last question. I'm just gonna let you talk about, your overview, your growth and stuff. And like I said, your kids are some very smart children. They have a very smart mother. They got a good support system. You can tell, and I'm so proud of them. Just tell everybody what you want them to know on our way out, and I'll give it to you. Go ahead.
So on your way out, I will be returning to YouTube. I will go back to doing lives, probably more so the trending topics.
All
I'm
right.
sticking with the WTF with all due respect. And what I plan to do is just use the trending topics to open up the door for the meaningful conversations. And so, just really open my platform to have a safe space for these discussions that need to be had within our community, where we can agree to disagree in a controlled space and agree to disagree in a positive light. um I prefer to have discussions where there are disagreements, because that's where you find answers. That's where you
Mm,
come to an agreement. That's how we get to a place where you can have that happy median. If we never discuss it and we never talk about it, then everybody just holds on to their own personal opinion. And your opinion is limited to your experiences. So if we
mm,
begin to share our experiences, then we can begin to change our perspective and open our mind to different perspectives. And there's a need for that within the community for everybody to grow. At the end of the day,
mm,
it was always my goal to help people grow as I grow. I know I'm not completely there yet. I know I'm not perfect or anything to the sort, and I will never proclaim to be. But what I am doing is working towards that perfection. And as I continue to grow, I would like to take people with me on that journey of growth and wellness and health and success, and share as many tips as I have and can, and argue as much as we possibly can in a healthy way that's going to get us to a point where we can share this information out to one another and come to a unified consensus of how we're going to carry on as a community moving forward. So that's really what I
wow.
want to leave everybody with. Just be looking out, because it's gonna be, y'all know how I am. It's a little ratchet TV going on. Like, I'm educated and well spoken, but I know how to get down with the get down. So we're gonna get down. We're gonna get
Right.
down to the nitty gritty. It's still a lot of stuff going on in the entertainment industry. It's a whole lot of stuff going on politically. There's a lot of stuff going on in social media. So before the year ends, I just want to get into a good groove and start 2023 out having already put my foot back into the door, and really
Mhm.
just opening up a platform where everybody can voice their opinion in a healthy manner and still be able to disagree and crack jokes and have fun with it while we are growing.
I am so happy you're coming back because it is important to subscribers like myself to go to a channel where I do feel safe. And if I disagree with somebody, I know I'm not going to be called out my name or, doing all that. I like it that you said a safe place because we all want that. We all
Yes.
want that. So I'm happy you coming back. I am so happy you're coming back.
I am coming back. Feel free to disagree with me. I will not dox you. I'm not gonna chase you. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
no,
we're
no,
not gonna do none of that on this channel. And
no.
just
Safe
completely
place.
revamping. This is a safe space, and anybody that is coming over there to do stuff like that will just simply be blocked and ignored, like I've been doing. Like, it's really like what you give your energy to is so important, because that boomerang of karma is real.
Mm-hmm.
It is real.
Right. You don't want to soak up that negativity. You want to keep forward with the positivity. I'm happy you coming back, and we're gonna share you out, share you out. I'm gonna be right there in your chat, and whatever you need me to do to help, I'll be right there. And I'm so glad you're coming back. That's great news. And I just want to say thank you for coming over here. I know you're a busy, busy woman, and I'm glad you came over here just to talk, chit chat with us. Everybody always say, "What happened to Anisha? Where's Anisha?" Well, here she is, y'all.
Working here,
Mhm.
present. and accounted for. Thank you for having me though. Like I love what you've done with your platform. I watch all the videos. Every now and then I pop into the comment section, but I watch all the videos and I love what you've done. I love the turnaround. I love the safe space that you've created. And I just want to continue to see you shine. I fully support you.
Yeah, I'm trying to find my little niche right now, and then I got my little Hollywood stories I do, and I'm just trying to. I always want to stay positive. I always say the day I come on here and have to call another female a B word, that's the day I log off and won't come back. And I won't do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay positive. Kill them with kindness. You know what I mean?
I still got a little clap back in me, but hopefully nobody takes me to the point where I have to use it. My goal is definitely not rooted or centered around any type of beef or drama. I don't entertain that stuff anymore. It doesn't entertain me anymore. You know what I mean? Like I got teenage girls now. So the manner in which I read, like when my kids was little and I was able to like put them out my room, that was one thing. It's a whole other thing now that they are teenagers and they are growing into their own and they're growing into their voices and they're advocating for themselves and they're advocating for their friends. And all of that comes from the stuff that they've seen at home. And I have to continue to maintain that energy and that essence all across the board. So when I come back to YouTube, it's going to continue to reflect where I am in my life. And it's going to be drama free and just a really smooth process of being able to intellectually agree and or disagree with each other.
Right. I'm from Compton, California, so I got that fight, that clap
baby,
back.
that clap back game.
You gotta tell me, it's a time and a place for everything.
Put that bug in check every now and then, because sometimes she wants to come out and you're like, listen, girl, your time is over. Your season is past.
Right. Well, thank you, lady, for coming on, talking to us. We're gonna be looking out. You're gonna be on your same channel, right? You're not doing a new channel.
Not changing nothing, not changing a doggone thing. We're gonna keep this same channel. And those who are already there, I'm about to feed y'all real good and share it out so everybody else can get fed too. Because we're gonna feed the mind. We're going to feed the mind, the heart, and the spirit is what we're going to do. And we're going to do it with fun, and we're going to do it with love, and we still going to cut up and act a donkey and act a fool, but we're going to do it in good taste.
Right. Y'all heard it here first, and y'all heard it from her.
Exclusive.
Coming on back, y'all. Thank you, Anisha, for coming out and talking to me. I will be getting you over those short stories. Soon I'll brush them up a little bit, but so you can give me your opinion on them. And thank you for coming out and keep doing you and keeping up the good work. And your son out there doing his thing and that the college thing. I know you said it's not a college. What you call it again, Anisha?
Residential learning. It's high school
learning.
Residential. Yeah. So he's on campus. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but he's not at all. He already out. I mean, I ain't mad at him. A lot of kids can't do that. A lot of kids can't do that. They can't leave the nest that early.
Listen, they were eating quinoa for dinner the other day.
Oh, really?
So I'm like, okay, well, enjoy, son.
Right. Does he come home on weekends and stuff, or?
Yeah, he comes home for the weekends, and then the school has mandatory extended weekends so that the kids have time to spend with their parents. They don't do any homework. They're not allowed to give homework. They have no testing the following week. That it's like the school is set up the way it's supposed to be. I get to talk to him as much as I want to. I can call up to his room, or I can call one of the 2 cell phones this boy got. Lord Jesus, somebody save me. For anybody that would like to talk.
Right. I'm glad you told me about that, because I never knew about schools like that. I'm gonna have to tell my niece about it. She got 2 twins that's very, very smart. They're 12. And I'm definitely going to look out in her state and her city and see if they got something like that.
Absolutely. And I encourage anybody that's watching this now, watching it on replay, do research the schools in your state. These schools bust the kids out. Like my son's roommate lives 6 hours away from the school. So when the extended weekends come, they bus him out home. So you don't have to worry about how far away they are. They allow you to communicate as much as possible. If your children take medications, there's a 24-hour nursing staff that they keep on the campus. There's 24-hour security that's on campus. The kids are not even allowed to have their own cars.
Wow. Okay.
So it's strictly like they do internships their junior year. So next year, my son will be doing an internship at somebody's laboratories, somebody's scientific something, somebody's something.
Okay. That's
And
what
they transport them to and from their internships. So they don't leave the onus and the responsibility on the parents to make sure that the kids are getting to where they're going. They don't have school on Wednesdays. Wednesdays are strictly set up for them to complete their homework, do their research and their studies. For the juniors and the seniors, Wednesdays are for their internships.
Okay.
Amazing school, absolutely amazing school. The researches, the resources are second to none. And if you have a school like that that's in your area or in your state, I strongly encourage you to research residential learning for high school students. And the worst thing they can do is reject you.
Right. Not to be so fail, but a try. I'm
Exactly.
definitely going to tell my niece about that, and I'm so glad that we got a chance to do this chit chat. People hear everything coming from you, and we looking forward to you coming back with your content. We're gonna be there for you, everybody. Let's thank Anisha for coming out. Hey, Beefcake, everybody in the chat. Thank everybody for coming through. Anisha, I really appreciate you, and we be waiting for you to do your first live.
It's coming soon, coming soon. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be doing the first live. I'm still setting up equipment. I've got 3 or 4 mics. I didn't even realize I had that many mics. So I'm working through equipment to make sure that the setup is perfect, that it looks completely different from when I last left, and that everything runs as smoothly as possible so we don't have no glitches, because we like to operate in excellence over here now. You know, we have a different level and standard that we like to move in now we don't move just because we feel like it. Now when we feel like it, we start planning so that we can move accordingly.
Right. Hey, you're not new to this, you true to this.
True to this, baby. I know what I want it to look like. That's what I know.
Right. Okay, Anisha, I got to get out of here. Thank you so much for coming through, and I'll be looking for your lives, sweetheart, and I'm definitely going to be there to support.
Thank you for having me. Love y'all. See y'all soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.